Hi guys, my name is Mrs. Marie Esinugawu, and I want to share with you a few things that I noticed or learned in Matthew chapter 8. The first one was the fact that Jesus healed a man who had leprosy. And what stood out for me was the fact that this man did not force Jesus to heal him, but he said, if you would, if you can, that humility. The second story in Matthew chapter 8 was about the faith of the centurion. This man came to plead with Jesus to heal his servant. So he didn't come for himself, but he came for his servant who was ill. And that shows the kind of love or relationship that this man has with his servants. The cost of following Jesus is very high. Once you decide to follow Jesus, there are friends or people that will not be able to walk with you. There are people that will despise you. There are things that you lose, because they belong to the world and they are contrary to what the Lord wants us to do. And the other thing is, when Jesus calmed the storm, when Jesus was in the boat, he was sleeping and the disciples were frightened. And when they woke the Lord up, he said, "You men of little faith." You and I also have Jesus in our boats today, but sometimes life situations makes us to be frightened. So this story tells us that once we have the Lord in our boat, we should be rest assured that the storm will be calm, okay? And the next one is where Jesus restores two demon-possessed men. He went to a town and there were two demon-possessed men, and they asked him what he wants to do with them. And he said it's not yet their time, but they asked him if he could cast them. Those were the demons that were talking to Jesus. They said if Jesus could cast them into the head of pigs that were grazing downhill, they will be happy. So even demons ask God or the Lord for something and he granted it. How much more you, a child of God? So whenever you have a problem, ask the Lord for help. So these demons went into the head of pigs or swine, and the people heard the news. They went to look for Jesus. Someone would have thought they would have been happy for saving those two men who were demon possessed, but instead they begged the Lord to leave their town. Not everybody will accept Jesus. Do what you can and move on. Thank you very much for listening to me. And if you've learned something different from what I have from Matthew chapter 8, do well to share with all of us. Thank you. Bye.